Yes, welcome, one and all, ladies and gentlemen, to the we're in the Cyber Gamer finals for the Black Ops. This would be Parallel versus Carnage. The boys who were not very happy that I wasn't readying up. My name is the Big Omega. Along beside me is B Ray or the B Rizzle, whatever you like to call him. I believe we're going into a knife round. We're on the map of Villa, and all the teams have agreed not to shoot each other, which is very sportsmanlike indeed, B Ray. As we just watched them run around the fountain. Carnage boys are quite good at knifing.
Yeah, man, they've got it quite down at the moment. They're down to a 4-2, but Knights had something to say about it. He takes down Cynic, now it's down to a 4-1, and there we go. The Carnage boys have cleaned it up, only losing Nozzle, Knight getting a nice 3 down there, and now they will get to choose side as well, and they're going to be choosing the defensive side. So it's been a bit of hiatus for me from the old little Black Ops. However, I do love the game, and with this pro mode, which I will be honest, is my first experience with it, it should be good. A little bit of knowledge on the map. From memory, back when I played this in the very first Kingston Cup, going back, it was a pretty defensively biased map, but the good thing is, not the attacking side isn't out of it straight away. There's still lots of good plays that you can do, and we should be seeing it all come round.
See, the way I figure this map is B is defensively biased, whereas A is attacking biased. I mean, it's like, for me at least anyway, it's very well leveled, I'd say, as we do roll out now. We see the teams throw the nades for the very first time as a lot of smoke comes up around the B side. Maximus is the first one for this round to actually get a kill. You can see him there on the B ball, the end game, as well as very nice rollout from the Parallel boys as the bomb is going down. Creation there, looking down the archway, just seeing who we can find. A lot of the Carnage boys have gone down at this point very fast indeed. Nightfall is the only one that's still alive, looking around this bomb site, whips around the corner, gets Creation. Very nice takedown of Creation. Was trying to get in position, not really happening for him though, as Nightfall now turning around the other way, looking to go through garage. He did hear a window break, so he does know a player's in there. The reload comes out. Nightfall once again, endgame's gone down. He looks around the truck, now towards the stairs. There's a player always around these stairs, so it's a very nice way to go if you do decide to go that way. Just prones on the bomb. He's tried to pick up no, he can't do it. As the bomb ticks down, we see the scores, and of course, just running through the players very quickly indeed. We do have Apples, Maximus, Endgame, Cynic, and Creation for Parallel. For Carnage, B-Ray, we have...
For Parallel, we do have the Creation, Cynic, Maximum, Endgame, and Apples. So we're going to be rolling out now. We're going over towards this B side. Another B push. B push is not very often seen. Good way to start it off. It's going to be Virtue taking out Maximus. They've got the rotation down well. Endgame will snap up Virtue. The bomb is been picked up in the back play by Endgame. He's picked up Virtue. He's going to get this plant down. Still a 4-on-4 situation. Creation will get one onto Exile, so he's got to be careful. He's getting banged from all over the place. He's going to have to run for cover here. They're all coming in to back him up. Oh, there we go. Apples will snap up Nozzle. That's down to a 4-on-2 situation, and they're giving him all sorts of grief over on this B side. How long will we be seeing it for? I don't know. Lockie's coming around, they're scope building to do a bit of a flank, but it could be all in vain at the moment as that bomb is just planted so quick over on that B side. We do have Knight coming through connector now, and Lockie will spot one. It will be the Cynic Man. That's going to be a 3-on-2 situation in favour of Parallel still, and they're just going to play the clock out as Apple will take down Lockie. No worries at all. He's going to get drilled in the back door from over near that ammo truck. That is going to bring it 2-0 on the OzGamers scoreboard. Beautiful way to start for the Parallel boys, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of split they do here now, Don.
Yeah, that's right. They haven't attacked as fast as I would have liked them to, but nevertheless, you see the 3-2 split, 2 going to the B side, 3 going the other way around. I should mention as the smokes come up, a lot of smoke as the Carnage boys seem to be able to frag well through it regardless. Maximum and Cynic both losing their lives, and see Exile jumping around the corner. Apple's gone down with the 2. Exile with the 3, getting endgame as well. Exile, beautiful round, making it a flawless victory for his team. 2-1 on the OzGamer scoreboard. Go the scores currently, B-Ray, as we're seeing. We should point out too that the Carnage boys are on the defence this half, so well, we'll change it around anyway. I suppose it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. It was a good start there. We've got Creation taking down Exile, so there's a Danger Man down. He got a 3 down. Beautiful work. Oh, Cynic on tonight. This is going to be a solid A at the moment. And just the speed. Look at this. This is Blitzkrieg Warfare for you guys. They're getting on this side, locking it down, and that's what they need to do. Lockie, though, going large onto Endgame and Maximus. Cynic will chime in and take down Nozzle. That's down to a 3-on-2 situation. Parallel still with a one-man advantage, but the bomb side's been blown open. We do have one. That is, of course, Virtue coming through, looking to do a bit of a flank. And his partner in crime, in the form of Lockie, has been taken down. Virtue will get ends meets on a Cynic, so that's going down to a 2-on-1. Virtue is the last one left. They know where he is. They bait him out, and he's been spotted from top. He's going to pin him down. It is going to be Creation getting the plant. Apples knows where he is. He's just going to try and bait him out now, but it looks like Virtue's rushing forward. He's been spotted so many times. There's just nothing he can really do. It's such an open area around this fountain. He's going to get the old smoke going up. It was a flash, sorry. He got the flash up. He's going for a defuse. He has been spotted. He will get drilled by Apples. That'll bring him a 5-1 for him pretty early in the game. That sees the split goes 3-1 in favour of Parallel, and what is usually a fairly heavily defensively biased map. Parallel are turning the cards here.
Yeah, I do like the fact that the flashes don't last for 7 or 8 minutes too. That is really, really good to see in Pro Mod as we see Exile coming up into the doorway of the bar now, firing up through that alley. Cynic firing back at him as well as Nozzle's there as well, giving a bit of backup to his teammate. Exile now running around, still through the fire from Creation. He does go down from that. As Nightfall and Nozzle both get one. Carnage with the reply though. Look at all those as the kill feed goes absolutely spastic. In the end of that, there's 3-1 on 3v1 as the last person alive for the Parallel boys is Cynic, and he's just running up around with the Python in hand. Does get dropped, and that'll make it 3-2 on the Ozgamer scoreboard. Nozzle and Virtue there, the last one's alive for that team, as this really is a very, very fast-paced game.
That is incredible. They had two up on... Who is two up on Veranda? I saw the second guy. I was shocked. Anyway, we're rolling into the 6th round. It is going to be as I quickly check who has the bomb. It is indeed in the hands of Endgame. It's going to be another B, that ever-faithful B. And they're getting on there now. The nades are going out. He's going to dodge that, but no, Maximus isn't. He's going to get gobbled up by it. Apples will take down Exile, and it's down to a 4-on-3 situation. Parallel, the one man worse off. He's going to be sneaking around. He's spotted. Virtue takes him down. That's a double down for him so far this round. He's doing well. He's going to flank around, get the old reload on, and they've locked down the B side. Well, he's been backdoored though. Creation will open him up and rip him a new one. That's going to be down to a 3-on-2 situation now as Parallel try to mount an offensive. Apples will take down Lockie. Now it's down to a 2-on-2. Beautiful comeback here from the Parallel boys. They brought it back to an even stage. We've got 9 in Connector, and we do have Nozzle that's waiting around in this bar area, trying to do the old jump shot through that glass, and he's going to go top and try and wait it out. They know bombs down over towards the B side, so they're going to be coming closer towards it. We do have as well Creation coming through the back door. He's the only one up at the moment for the Parallel boys, and he's going to have a lot of hard work to get this bomb down. The guy's actually nowhere near it. I don't actually think they know the bomb's down on the site to this point of time, but they're all anticipating a back door and covering their flanks at the moment, which is probably not the best. What we've seen so far, you can definitely tell Parallel have got the silky smooth teamwork going down, but this aim from Carnage is just second to none from what we've seen so far. They really are getting the nice peaks. Now, we've got him coming around. He's going to be getting that bomb down, no worries at all, which I'm not a fan of. It will be Night coming through, and that could have been disastrous there for Carnage. Well, they knew that the bomb, I'm pretty sure they did, none of them rotated, so they would have known the bomb was there, but instead of watching it, they just waited around. They knew that he would have planted it there, but just really chose to pussyfoot around, and nearly handed him the round. Anyway, that is going to be a 3-all on the Ozgamer scoreboard here, Don, and things are starting to heat up.
Yeah, that's right, as it does seem, well, I don't know. I think I would have stayed in my position as well. If you go hunting, then you're more likely to get dropped by the boy. But nevertheless, we've got a 3-2 split as Virtue going around into the back door, I guess, as Nightfall with the scope. Finally, someone's picked up the scope and tried to do the work there as Maximus Creation. Very nice play. Exile now by the triangle takes one. It's Creation. He's by the B arch. He goes down. Now rotating around back. He can... no, he's gone back once again. Going to pick up that bomb. Just having a little look at the archway. Not a whole lot of people going on there. There's only one left for the Parallel boys right now. It's Endgame. He can hear the bomb being planted. He's in the garage, and he's just looking up through the window. He's wondering how many people are backdooring him. None, because he just got shot in the face. As 3-2, what am I trying to say? 3-4, go to scores. Carnage, 1 in front.
Indeed, man, they've hit the lead for the first time, which is good to see. It's going to be interesting to see if they can keep it up as well. We do hit quarter time now, as I remember that we did hit quarter time last round. Anyway, Knight will clean up creation. That's what I do miss about Black Ops, ladies and gentlemen, the old quarter time switch. Anyway, we're going to go into a 5-on-4 situation. Apples will clean up Exile. That's going to bring it down to a 4-on-4. The B plant has been stalled at this stage, and they're forced to rethink at the moment as they push back to a round triangle at the moment. It is Lockie does spot one. He takes down Apple. Nozzle gets on to Maximus. That's down to a 4-on-2. Nozzle gets a double onto Endgame. So huge work there, doing the old backdoor with that Spectre. And that's going to bring down to a 4-on-1 situation. Cynic is the last one left with a mountain load of work to do. He hears them all over the place, but can't really do a lot. Spots one, but he will get snapped up once he gets one down. That is going to be a 3-5 on the US Gamer scoreboard. Carnage starting to come away with it after we saw such a beautiful start from Parallel. And I'll pass this round over to you, Don Mega, sorry.
Oh, thanks very much. I know who'd you rather be casting with. Nevertheless, we got 5 going to A. From this from this Carnage team. It looks to be a very, very strong rush. Here is Creation. Looks to do the work. Here we go. Apples 1, Apples 2, Endgame 1. As Creation hasn't made his presence felt yet, though, but there was a lot of them around him as Endgame sitting on that bomb site. He's about to scope on Nightfall. No, he's not. Nightfall, the last one left. He's got somebody at the back door. Yes, he does. Knock, knock. Who's there? It's your demise. Dropping the round. It'll still be 1 round in favour, or 1 round lead, I should say, in favour of the Carnage boy. Gosh, these rounds seem to go fast.
Yeah, it does seem that way at this stage. They're doing it beautifully, though. And that's going to bring it just to that 1 round lead. So the Parallel boys really need to back up, double up here. They've got a good defense going on at A. Just one man can really lock it down, but if Endgame falls down, it's going to be a huge risk. Creation takes down Virtue. Lockie takes down Creation. Retaliation as they push around this mid area. Now they're getting the old rotate on the Parallel boys, which is what they really needed to do. And that's going to bring down to a 4-on-4 situation. As they wait around, it is, of course, Nozzle with the bomb in hand. Exile will take down Maximus. So there's the defense blown open. Apples cleans up Exile and Retaliation. He's going to get the bomb down. No worries at all, though. On this A side, Apples cleans up Exile, and Endgame will snap up Nozzle. That's down to a 3-on-2 situation. The A side, it was a slow one. It's allowed the Parallel boys time to rotate, and this is not a good sign here for them. Still a 3-on-2 situation. Apples and Cynic are pretty pinned down, though. And with just Endgame over on the A side, he needs to get his teammates through sooner. Why on earth one isn't rotating through back spawn, I have no idea. But anyway, Endgame will snap up Knight, and it is going to be, huge effort there. That is going to see the entire team go down. That is a 5-5 situation. A close one is a good one, and that's what we're set for here, Don Mega.
Yeah, see, it was Cynic, the other one in that archway there that should have rotated. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe that's the way he plays, slowly but surely. Better to be safe than sorry, all that other crap.
I didn't see them attached to him. There was no need for that.
Oh, wow. A brand new round comes out. Apparently I'm being unfair, whatever. Apples and Nozzle both get nice early frags as the garage is where all the action seems to be happening in Axis 1. Maximus 2, one of them Virtue, the other one Exile, as a 2-3 situation comes down to the wire. Nozzle now prancing around bar, going very, very quietly as the Silent Walk pays in his favour. Jumping around the corner goes Creation and puts him down. Nightfall gets one from that scope, as well as Maximus trying to plant, gets Knight. Now trying to defuse. Sorry, he's picked up the Nightfall and successfully defused for his team, picking up that round. 1 round lead now. Go the Parallel boys after that very clean bit of defensive play there.
Absolutely magical, which is good to see. A bit of fail on the Carnage side of things, but nevertheless, we will be rolling on into the 12th round, last round before the half-time break, and we do the old swapperoo again. Gotta love quarter-time breaks, really beneficial for both sides. Anyway, we're going to be rolling out, still seeing a very standard defensive effort. It is going to be a B-side push. Let's see what the Parallel boys can do to defend it. Oh! Lockie drops Apples, and Nozzle gets a very nice peek onto Cynic through the bomb site. That's going to be down to a 5-on-3 situation as the defense is rotating for the Parallel boys. They need to get there sooner. Virtue takes down Maximus. This is not looking good for Parallel. Elngame will chime in, though. He'll take down Virtue, and we do have Creation up top. Oh, he spots one. Down goes 9, but Exile 2 Sharp will snap him up. The last frag falls. That is going to be 6 apiece at the halftime break. It is still anyone's game here, ladies and gentlemen. And, you just can't pick him so far, Don.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully Carnage can defend as strongly as they attack, because some of those attacks, the whole defensive team can be dead within seconds, like quite literally seconds passed between kills, and they all died. So hopefully they can do that as well. As you see the new round happening there, Exile, Cynic, Knight, Maximus, Apple, the kill feed going absolutely spastic again. Nozzle on the window, pops the nade, gets out of there before he dies. 2-3 situation, go the clock. Apples, he's picked up Exile. That'll help his team. The bomb has gone down. Maximus sitting on it quite nicely, same as his teammate Endgame, and Apples is just doing a bit of roaming around. Nozzle with a ton of work to do. We should get a doctorate if he gets to pull this off, because this is an absolute fuckload of work as he's getting shot through the floor by the fountain there. Has a little bit of a sneaky poke, can't do it, does get dropped. I don't know who by, because that flashed by so quick. 11-7 go his scores though. 11-9 for Nightfall. Exile 9-10. The team scores though, Parallel in front, 1 round, B-Ray.
Indeed, man. In terms of Horn, Apple is just being the outright carry at this stage. He's just dominating, sitting on 16 for 7 for the Parallel boys. He got, I believe, a 3 down that round as well. He has just been absolutely monumental for the Parallel boys. He's going to be running forward now. They're doing a solid B here. Virtue, the +10 onto Endgame and Maximus. It is going to be Apple with the fail aim. He'll come around the corner and he won't get his man. Knight will clean up Cynic. They're going to be running around like madmen at this stage. It is a 5-on-2 situation. This is how the Carnage boys needed to fire back. It is going to be Lockie cleaning up Apple. Creation is the last man left. He's in around this, I believe they call it the West Road. He's coming over towards Ammo Truck at this stage. Bombs down on the B side. He spots Virtue, the danger man down. He's going to be needing a huge clutch here. He won't do it. That is going to be a 7-all on the OzGamers scoreboard here. And just when one side looks threatening, the other side will just fire straight back with some beautiful nades. And yeah, it really is just the luck of the draw at this stage here, Don.
Yeah, that it is. As we see the Carnage boys roll out fairly fast, and what they like to do is send Nozzle up the top instead of in the bar window. That's what he'll like to do. Exile throwing that flash out as he knows there's smoke right around him. Jumps across the Apples and Maximus both getting kills. Exile drops the bomb on the bomb site. That'll be very, very beneficial for his team if you can call it and get the boys there. They're over the other side by B. Virtue's down, so that's going to not help him too much. Nozzle's the only one that managed to run by. He took down Exile, he took down Cynic, runs around the corner, takes down Maximus as well while he's trying to have a sneaky plan of the bomb. Creation and Apples are both up. Creation sitting by the fountain here. Apples doing a bit of firing, can't pick up his man, reloads though, nice work. He won't pick up the bomb just yet. Yes, now he'll go in for it, looking up the top towards Overlook, and no, Nozzle will go down to Creation from the fountain. Very nice cover here as Exile up there as well, walking around in that building. He's looking down towards the bomb site. Can't see the player. Does, yes! Can't get the double. Drops down, got the pistol in hand. Apples is completely flanked around by this stage, running up the stairs by A. He's going to sit. No, he's not. He's been tagged. Exile's going to use the time to reload and look up. Now he's defusing. Is it a fake? Yes, it is. Bit of fire from Apples. Not going to poke over the ledge, though. So Exile's going to use it to his advantage and just do another shady little tap on the bomb. Another one. He's running out of time. Is he going to do it? No. Apples pops his head around the corner over the ledge finally and picks up his man. That'll give him 18 kills for 8 deaths here and put his team in the lead once again for the Parallel boys here, B-Ray.
Man, absolutely amazing work there from Apple. It was as if he was trolling the teammate. His enemy. It was beautiful work there. He managed to draw it out to let him have no hope. That is going to be a 8-7 lead in favour of Parallel. They're just trying to regain the lead as much as they can. It's been back and forward both ways so far, but Parallel probably had the better share of leading rounds. Anyway, we're going to be rolling through it. It's going to be Cynic onto Knight. The push is going to be over towards the B side. Virtue snaps up endgame from that ammo truck, which causes so many players grief. Nozzle will snap up Apples. That's going to be down to a 4-on-3 situation now as the Dangerman from Parallel soon. And we're going to be seeing the old seesaw of rounds continue. It may seem at this point in time. Lockie will snap up one. Cynic also chiming in. Oh, Lockie 2G. He gets a double onto Cynic. So that's going to be down all up to Creation. All over towards Triangle. He's going to run back, but he's been spotted. He's pretty much going to have to go West Road, I believe, and hope for the best. But with a 3-on-1 situation, they're heavily locking down the B side. We do, of course, have Exile just waiting for a rotate through this grassy area as well. And so now what's he thinking? He's just waiting for a flank, but it's not going to come for him. The Carnage boys are smarter than that, and they're going to wait for him to come to them, which is really what they need to do at the moment. Creation just really starting to slow play down now. He really wants to do as well for his team as he can. Time is running against him as I quickly try and find how much time is left. And no, I can't. We've got the ticker coming down. He'll get spotted from Connector. I believe it was Lockie who picked him up and picked himself up a pretty healthy leaderboard position. That brings it back to 8 apiece here, Don Mega, and just getting closer all the time.
Yeah, it is very hard to tell these teams apart. Apples, of course, absolutely dominating for his team there. Parallel are very lucky to have him as more fire rings out from Creation over by the spawn area here. He finds a nade in front of him, but doesn't go off directly in front of him, so he will live to see another day. Exile, however, by that A bomb with the double, the finishing touch is that pistol there that he whipped out. Apples, Nozzle, Cynic, all getting nice frags. Exile now looking over towards that truck over the other side by the B arch. Will tag a player, but won't pick him up. The last one for that team is Creation, and he's belly down by the fountain, getting tagged like a mofo. There he goes, right dead and all that. That's Creation. That's Creation's round. That's Creation's death, but Carnage's round, putting them in front. I mean, this is a seesaw. This is an absolute tit-for-tat game. The Carnage, Parallel, Carnage, Parallel. Choose the leaderboard. At the end of the day, it's going to be who gets there first.
No, indeed, you're right. Shadow goes to Exile, so he got a 4 down that round. He's doing amazingly well. The fail smoke goes out by endgame. They're rushing forward. They need to get these nades in onto this vineyard area just to shut down Exile. Cynic will clean up Exile, so the Danger Man down, and this is certainly going to be a plant here. Knight takes down Cynic in retaliation. They're starting to come and swarm in on this A side. Knight and Nozzle team up, down go Apples. That is going to be a 4-on-3 situation. Virtue cleans up endgame, so they got the hard darts here. We've got Nozzle up top, though. He spots one in toll booth. He can't pick him up. It is going to be a defuse going down by Virtue. They've got it, no worries at all. And just as the rounds look quicker and quicker, Carnage just fire back and show that they really want this game. They've brought it from 8-7 now to 10-8, and still a lot of COD to be played, but the double digits is really going to be monumental. We enter the last quarter of the game here, Don, and you'd have to be thinking Carnage at this stage.
Well, yeah, I might point out too, the Carnage, that's the biggest round lead, that's the biggest round take. Pretty much the whole game, I'm certain, because no, I don't think anyone's won 3 rounds in a row before, but nevertheless, it's more important now than ever as Lockie and Nozzle both running in side by side, brothers in arms. The fire comes out from Cynic, doesn't ring any bells, or doesn't hit any targets, I might say, and Lockie will take him down. Nightfall also goes down to Maximus, where Nozzle is running out to that car, trying to pick up the man. The endgame's pushing in. Lockie's around the corner. So is Nozzle. Who's going to get the kill or the frag? Endgame firing around the corner. Bit of tit for tat, tit for tat. Endgame does get the frag. Pushes around now. Sees a player behind him. And it's 2v2. So this could go either way at this point. Apples is still up as well to carry for his team. So that's got to put some confidence back in your trussels as Exile's snaking his way around the corner, just looking at anything that might be happening to move in front of him. Nozzle doing the same thing in garage, sees a pixel move, fires at it, doesn't pick it up though, gets spammed at through the wall, doesn't get him either. Endgame just has to fire through the wall once again. Apples will take Exile, however. That'll put Nozzle in a bit of a position. He's got the bomb, so he's all right for now as he does prone and pick up fire. Endgame goes down. Now it's all up to Apples. It's all up to Nozzle. It's 1v1, and they're right next to each other. That statue is all that stands between Apples and certain death, as Nozzle does get a little tickle. No! Apples will run right around that statue and pick him up. That'll put 9-10 on the Ozgamer scoreboard, I should say, as 1 round lead. Still to Carnage, but it's still very, very close. Regardless, you just want to kill that momentum that Carnage was picking up. They did that. That's fine.
That's exactly what they needed to do, man. Beautiful round there by them as well. Now we're entering the 20th round now. It is going to be Cynic cleaning up Virtue as he rushes forward. It is Apple watching. Oh, Exile will pick him up as they look to mount an assault over on this B side. They've started it beautifully. We do have Maximus getting some bangs down, but he's dropped by Nozzle. Cynic will clean up Nozzle in retaliation. Exile picks up Cynic. That's a 2 down already for him. Endgame finally shuts him down in a little seesaw round that we've got here. We've got Lockie defending the B side as the bomb goes down. He's rushing forward. I'm not a fan of this. He's made a fair bit of noise in the process, and Endgame has hurt him. So now it's going to be a little bit of hide and seek at this stage. Lockie knows he's there as well. So how is this going to pan out, ladies and gentlemen? He spots him. He can't quite get the tag first, so he finally does. Lockie will clean up Endgame. That is a 2-on-1 creation. Is the last one left. He goes to the defuse, but unfortunately for him, Lockie is there to greet him. That is going to be the 2-round lead installed again. 11-9 on the Ozgamer scoreboard. Interesting little fun fact here, Don Mega. They need to win the last 4 rounds in a row parallel to avoid going to overtime to claim a win. A huge ask, and take us away into the 21st round.
21 rounds, it really shows what your team's made of. We've got another little rush towards Triangle. Nozzle is there, jumping around pillars, proning, and then going for another little rush. He's made his way right into the bomb site. This is the man who the previous round got onto that bomb site, quick as you can say, bomb site, and jumps around the corner, takes down one, but gets banged at by Creation. He does go down. Apple's in the B archway, making his presence felt as well. Just pushing these guys back. Every little bit counts as Lockie and Exile now gunning it. Absolutely gunning it for the A bomb site. The B bomb site is tainted and they don't want a part of it. Nightfall now looking as to who is going to push up his bum. It's Endgame. He goes down. Apple also goes down on Lockie as well because he's got the 47 in hand. And the last one left is Creation. Once again, he's looking at the dead body and just wondering what could have made that terrible, terrible mess. Well, it was your mate Nightfall, or your mate Nightfall, as he pushes up the stairs, he looks around the corner, he's just looking for any sort of head movement from Nightfall. There it goes, and he decides he doesn't want any of that, so he's going to go down the bottom and look for him there. He does look up. He doesn't have time on his side. He's very time poor in that he has to take down 3 players. As he does run outside, he gets taken down, as we all thought he wouldn't. That goes 9-12 on the Ozgamer scoreboard towards Carnage. It looks to be all clean and in the bag for Carnage here, B-Ray.
Indeed, man. We've got a few shout-outs as well. We've got a shout-out to Kazza for being a Rand. We do have a shout-out to Fire as well for being KFC'd for being a sub. Don't hear it that often. And shout-out to the subs for not turning up for the Carnage boys, I believe it was. Anyway, we're rolling out now. Apples will clean up Nozzle. He's done well. Cynic will pick up Exile, and Virtue will get one onto Creation. He's going to jump down. Virtue will snap up too, though. That is Apples who's fall. That is a crucial point in the round. They've got 3 aces up their sleeve. All they need to do is win one of the next 3 rounds, and they will walk away with the victory. And it is going to be Parallel walking away with a unfortunate loss. Cynic! 3 down already. Virtue and Maximus. Actually, yeah, Virtue and Maximus. It is going to be a 2 down and 1 at TK. Sorry, did not realise that. He is going to be feeling terrible. Nearly going from hero to 0. Cynic getting a 2 down, then a TK. It is going to be a Knight and Lockie left up against Cynic and Endgame. Lockie's got the bomb. He's actually made his way to their pool. And once he's joined at the hit by Knight. I don't understand this play. He's finally going back to rotate, which is what he should have done. So he's read my mind here, ladies and gentlemen. He's just going to be watching the flank at this stage, which is really what he needs to do. All he needs to do really is just tog it up and wait for them to come to him. We have Endgame watching as well. We've got the 2 parallel players just sitting around this connector fountain area waiting for anyone to push. Cynic spots Knight. That will be a 3 down for him, and a TK included. Lockie's the last one up for the Carnage boys. He's got the bomb in hand over in bar. He's contemplating which side to go for. He knows Cynic there. It's like crossing a tripwire. You really don't want to. He walks right in the line of fire. Cynic will gobble him up. Where was this L96 later? That is a 4 down for the round, and nearly a 5 down if that teammate wasn't a teammate, wasn't an enemy. I'll pass this round over to you, Don.
Technical 5 down, I think you'd call that. Technical 5 down. Yeah, but I think the thinking from Exile was that, he couldn't possibly be standing there looking at me still, so I think I might poke my head out, and of course, lo and behold, he was. He was still there as you see the Carnage boys along this road, and just held up by this triangle. They seem to be not so good at pushing that so far. Maximus, Nozzle both having a little bit of a firefight. Creation gets Knight. That'll be very beneficial for the Parallel boys as Nozzle decides to be it. No, he doesn't. He's coming back into the fray, running in, and you can see Maximus proning right in front of him. Virtue goes down. Nozzle goes down. Maximus having an absolute cracker of a little prone session there. Jumps around the corner, takes one more in the form of Exile. He's a man on fire, a man with a mission. He's looking around the corner once again. Will he get Lockie as well? He's still looking around the corner, jumping around the corner. No, he's looking at Endgame. Endgame will be the man who's pushing with him, and 11-12 go the scores. Very, very tight game. Tighter than a nun, you might say, Bear.
Mate, lock away the key for that one. That is just... that's one for the record books there. I'm going to keep that one. Anyway, we're going to be rolling out in the last round of regular play. It is either going to be a draw into overtime, or it is going to be Parallel walking away. Carnage walking away with a win. They haven't started well. It's gone down to a 3-on-2 situation now in favour of Parallel. They need to pick it up here, the Carnage boys, if they're any chance of wanting to win without overtime. Oh, Nozzle's been spotted. He's got the Spectre. Maximus will take it now. Not the smartest of pushes. Maximum already on a 3 down. Maximus on a 3 down, I believe. And they're absolutely destroying him. Doing the offensive defense is really working for them. Last one left is Exile. He's going for the bomb. He's been dropped like a sack of spards. That is going to be overtime here, Don, and wow, what a close one.
Both teams going harder than a priest at a playground, B-Ray.
Mate, they just keep on rolling. Be right back, getting a pen and paper.
I've got plenty of them. I honestly can't pick them apart. Both teams very, very closely played. I mean, Apple's going absolutely spastic. 23 for 16, I think his scores were before we restarted the server. Regardless, that is a very, very nifty scoreline. That is a very nifty scoreline to have, and your teammates should be thanking and gratifying you for keeping them in the game so well. And if they had another Apples on that team, they'd win.
Oh, without a doubt, man. Apple's been doing the job for the Parallel boys. We don't have the scoreboard up, but he definitely has been the man shining. That being said, Lockie and believe it was Nozzle weren't doing well for the Carnage boys, that they've chimed in and really have contributed in an all-round team effort from the Carnage boys. We're just waiting on one more player to erupt. That is you, Don. Hit the old F key so we can get this underway.
Oh, whoops. Oh, I'm so bloody sorry. I was looking at I was looking at how great I was in the mirror. I don't have time to press F.
Mate, we'll have none of this.
Carnage on the defensive side, and Parallel will start on the attacking side just for these 3 rounds at least. Anyways, Parallel do look to be pushing this B side rather hard. Virtue with the headshot on Apples. That'll be very, very beneficial for him because Apples will play no longer part. Virtue with another one. There he goes, a man on fire as the endgame takes him down. Finally, the smoke's gone up and the plan's gone down. Endgame trying to get it down, but Lockie pokes his head around the corner and shoots him in the face. That'll be the Parallel team completely wiped out by the Carnage boys. That'll put the Carnage boys in the lead for the overtime, for the first time in overtime, I suppose, B-Ray, for this evening.
No, indeed, you're right, man. We're going to be rolling on into the second round of overtime. For those that are listening in for one of the first times, a lot of Black Ops players, I assume, would be as well. This is Cyber Gamer rules overtime. It is map round 3. What we normally play is map round 12. It's gone 12 all, so we have map round 3 until one team will hit for just a quick reminder in one Cyber Gamer MSI one-day competition we had. I believe it was Must Be Wheat. I forget who they played, but I believe they went to it might have been Fragonauts. I believe they went to a 5th overtime. It is going to be the Carnage boys kicking this round off well. It is a 5-1-3 situation. 5-1-2, Exile! A man possessed, doing the job. It is going to be Nozzle taking down Apples as well. Cynic is just their FML what am I meant to do with a scope and 5 Carnage players to line up? The bomb is currently down over on the A side, I believe. He's got a lot of work to do to get near it. He's just literally playing the old dolphin dive as he figures out where to go. He throws a smoke into no man's land over on Spawn Road. He's walking up to it now, and the Carnage boys have the site pretty locked down. They've spotted him, they've commed him, they're just going to wait for him. Exile is going after him, and I believe, there we go, he finally cleans up his man. He gets a TK to boot. And that is going to be a 2-0 lead. The Carnage boys put their foot down and are looking at threatening so far here, Don.
Yeah, just to read out the kills from the parallel side. 1 go to Maximus and Endgame. 0 go to Creation, Cynic and Apple. So they really need to pick their game up at this stage and start fragging. I mean, that's the basic rule of this game. Fragging will get you rounds. So just watching Creation now, he's the only one to push triangle. He doesn't realise that the bomb's going the other way. So the bomb is in the hands of who is it? Endgame. Yes, it's Endgame. As he does a little prony and plants the bomb. The grenade goes off in his face. I believe it was his own. As he goes to sit in the smoke with his teammates Maximus, Cynic, both getting frags. This will be beneficial for them. 4-2 situation go their way. As the man pushing their bomb is Lockie. He gets apples, but he does get dropped by Endgame. Watching that flank there, so a good little bit of play from him. The last player alive for the Carnage boys is Virtue, and he's done all right this game. He's done very, very well this game, I should say. So if you'd expect anyone on the Carnage team to do it, it'd be him. Endgame goes down as the scope rings out, and so does Virtue. So 1-2 go the scores. Carnage are still in front here. Have a look at
boys. They now have to win 2 out of the remaining 3, and they will claim victory here. Let's just see what they have got left in them. The Carnage boys have played all really well so far this game. They're rolling out. There's going to be a heavy B to start this round off. And they've been outnated. Exile will clean up Cynic. Beautiful start to the round. They're getting in and locking their side down. They've got Maximus watching it. He's getting flanked. He's been dropped by Nozzle. The side is blown open. They need to get the rotation on fast enough. But from the parallel boys, they're finally trying to get round, but it's not working for them. Exile will take down Creation. That is a 5-on-2 situation here, ladies and gentlemen. Endgame snaps up Nozzle. Endgame snaps around the corner. Apple picks up Exile. Lockie will come forward and flick up Endgame, who was on the bomb. Apples will snap up Knight, but he will get dropped like a sack of spides. That is going to be a 1-0, or rather 3-1 scoreline in favour of Carnage. And don't mention the aim from Virtue. That was some pretty shocking stuff. So that is going to be a 3-1 scoreline. There are 2 rounds left here, and all they need is 1 more here, Don.
Yeah, that's right. As the parallel boys will be feeling the pinch, it is very, very hard. The triangle is littered with players right now. As Cynic pokes his head out from that little window and gets shot at by about 40 different people. As Nozzle now rushing the pillars again. He's turned around. He's not going that way. He's going back. Maximus standing in the other archway. He's firing, gets Knight, gets Exile. Endgame will go down to Lockie, but that's the only one for the parallel side this time as Nozzle. He does have the bomb, so he really doesn't want to die at this stage. Lockie, Creation, both picking up frag. That'll be nice. As 2-1, 2-4 go the player counts. The Nozzle only has the 1 player left with him and 4 to deal with. There goes Virtue. As the player left with the bomb is Nozzle, and he has 4 players left to deal with, I should say. Creation sitting up at his spawn, looking over the entire lay of the land with the 47. He's about to shoot him in the face. There it goes. As the scores pop up at the end of the round, that'll be very, very handy for those parallel boys. Hopefully, get a little bit of momentum going from that there.
That's it. Well, it's the last round now, and in this first round of regulation overtime, it is going to be Carnage going for a push, which I'm definitely a fan of. It is, of course, Maximus doing all sorts of damage over on this B side. Exile will snap up Apples, and they want a bit of an interesting split here. It could have gone all wrong for them, but luckily it hasn't. They're pushing forward. Oh, this is all over by the looks of it. Knight will pick up Maximus. Nozzle onto Endgame. Virtue onto Creation. GG, ladies and gentlemen. Cynic left to get a 5-on-1 clutch with a scope in hand, and he's all alone. It is pretty much over, man. Five. He's going to have to pull a huge round with his scope. The bomb's gone down on A. He hasn't got much time. He realises he jumps around. He's going to go for a little bit of a flick around. It's not going to work. That is going to be GG here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was close. I've got to say, I was getting a bit worried. It's nearly 5-9. We've actually got a match. Another match of Sharko. It's nearly 5.
Walker, I've got to say, 4-2 go the final overtime scores as it was just very, very interesting to watch B-Ray. But that is it from us for now, I'm afraid. My name is The Big Dommy. Alongside me was B-Ray. Head on over to GameStar.com.au, press the big red button, and you will get all your Shoutcast needs and desires fulfilled by us. And that is it. Well, shit, what have I done? That is it from us. Thank you and good night.